There are signs this morning of a potential breakthrough for many people suffering from long-term COVID symptoms. The Facebook group Survivor Corps found that 39% of COVID long haulers report their lingering symptoms improved after they were vaccinated. CBS News senior medical correspondent Dr. Narula spoke with two patients who got better. Dr. Narula, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tony. Many long haulers say they're terrified of getting the COVID vaccine, worried that the shot meant to protect them will make the debilitating symptoms they now live with worse. But many patients are reporting the opposite after their shots.
I was extremely fatigued. I was having these excruciating pains in my back and in my lungs almost.
Kimberly Wills Rinaldi says she hasn't been the same since she was diagnosed with COVID last March. The 58-year-old long hauler suffered from serious lingering health issues until she received her first COVID vaccine shot last month.
For me, this is a miracle.
What has been the improvement in your symptoms?
The viral conjunctivitis, specifically in my right eye, is gone. The rash that was on my back and on my arms and my neck, that's gone. The extreme fatigue episodes, those have gotten better too.
The group's Survivor Corps polled 962 long haulers and found 46% said they remained the same after the vaccine, 14% felt worse, while 39% improved after the shot, from mild to full resolution of symptoms. Survivors reported feeling better at various points of the vaccination process.
It wasn't something I had expected to see.
The poll caught the attention of Akiko Iwasaki, an immunobiologist at Yale School of Medicine. She's launching a study on people with long COVID, collecting blood and saliva samples to compare immune responses before and after long haulers get the vaccine to understand if it really helps. One long COVID theory is that pieces of the virus may hide in the body.
The vaccine induces robust antibody and T cell responses that can clear the viral reservoir or remnants that's causing the inflammation, and that would be a permanent solution to long COVID.
Another theory, long COVID is driven by a hyperactive autoimmune response, and the vaccine may reduce those responses.
There is no good therapy for long COVID, and the people have really debilitating symptoms. And so there's a lot of excitement about this study.
I was terrified of getting the vaccine. At the same time, I was terrified not to get the vaccine.
Judy Dodd suffered dizziness, headaches, and exhaustion for more than a year after she got COVID.
A few weeks after I got the second vaccine, I was like in my living room, like dancing or something, and my partner was like, I don't think I've seen you dance in a year. I forgot what it was like to wake up in the morning and feel good and feel, excited for the day and not feel defeated before you've even gotten out of bed.
It sounds like someone just switched a light on.
That's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt, like, boop, yeah.
Yale hopes to enroll at least 100 people with long COVID in its study to understand these phenomena and see if the relief will last. Researchers also say the findings could help in other diseases that may be triggered by a virus, such as chronic fatigue syndrome. Tony?
Very interesting. So what more are researchers learning about the connection between the vaccine and the COVID long-haul symptoms?
Well, what a fascinating twist this would be. And, there is precedent for therapeutic vaccines. We don't think about vaccines in that way, but there are 3 approved right now for cancer. There are others being studied for HIV. So these are anecdotes in terms of long haulers and COVID. We really need those observational controlled studies. But researchers believe this really is a heterogeneous disease, meaning for some people it may be those viral reservoirs or remnants. For others it may be the autoimmune phenomenon, or for some all 3. So they really need to categorize patients to really better understand them, to figure out a targeted approach. And that means looking at their antibody response, T cell response, cytokine response with those blood and saliva samples, and also understanding, does the vaccine maybe work better in long haulers who are women versus men, or different age groups or different ethnicities. But really the dream and the hope is that this can provide that therapy for the so many Americans that are suffering with long haul syndrome.
Yeah, really tantalizing stuff. Tara, thank you very much. We appreciate it.